Folks, what's up? This is Michael on the graveyard shift in the wee hours of the night with your daily trivia question. Once again, happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope you get the day off. I hope you get to enjoy yourself. Get out to the pool, to the beach, to wherever, and have a little rest and relaxation. I hope you're not traveling. Gracious me, I've seen the stats and the video of people traveling. It just looks like a nightmare. I don't know how people are managing to get anywhere. But if you are traveling, I hope you have been able to get to where you need to go, and I hope you'll be able to get home safely and on time. Of course, the odds are against you. But anywho, nonetheless, happy 4th of July. So the answer to the previous trivia question was recycling. Now, this is according to a 2019 research analysis, very recent, by a British risk consulting firm called Verisk Maplecroft. They're well known, actually, according to my research. It was released on July 3rd of 2019, which was the focus of the trivia question. And it did not put us, the United States, in a very favorable light as far as recycling goes. The United States, according to the research report, not only recycles far less waste than any other developed country, but on a global basis, we produce far more of it as well. So it was kind of a double whammy for us, actually. We're not doing too well as far as terms of waste and recycling goes. In earning this spot, which is not something to be proud of, on a global scale, the U.S. represents. Check these statistics out, folks. This is really amazing. The U.S. represents just 4% of the world's population, produces 12% of global municipal solid waste, and recycles just 35% of that waste. One of the quotes from the report said the U.S. is the only developed nation whose waste generation outstrips its ability to recycle. Again, disappointing at best. Further, the U.S. we have better recycling abilities than much of the rest of the world. So what's up with that? What are we doing? So the study concluded that the escalating waste crisis is driven largely by plastic. Now, that's not too surprising. Plastics are piling up in developing countries and, of course, spilling over into the ocean. The firm estimates that the U.S. produces about 234 pounds of plastic waste per person per year. That's a lot of plastic waste per person. We have a significant lack. In short, we have a significant lack of commitment to offsetting our waste footprint. Now, let's look at it from a global perspective. This is including everybody. More than 2.1 billion metric tons of municipal waste are generated each year, and that's enough to fill, check this out, 822,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's everyone involved, with only 16% of that waste being recycled. That means that was including 194 countries, so that's globally. Now, getting back to the United States, according to this study, a lot of other environmental talking heads, the heart of the recycling issue in the United States seems to root from a lack of proper infrastructure. The word infrastructure came up a lot in my research on our poor recycling percentage and ability, and as it pertained to this analysis from 2019 in particular. This came up as a result of the fact that the transport of waste was banned recently in multiple Asian countries who don't want to be the world's dumping ground anymore, and that's completely understandable. There just isn't the investment in place in infrastructure to deal with that problem. That's one of the quotes that came out of these findings. Recycling isn't necessarily seen as the silver bullet solution anymore. Now, that doesn't mean we need to stop doing what we normally do in our everyday lives for those of you who practice good recycling techniques and so forth, but the focus should be more on infrastructure according to the final conclusions and assertions of this analysis. Some things we can do is we can reduce our reliance on single use of anything, especially plastic. Plastic, again, came up just as much as infrastructure did in this report. Take single use of anything, basically, out of production. Encourage what was called demand side intervention. I found that in my research as well, in policy from the beginning with large companies who have a significant branding power. Okay, and educate ourselves about and support policies that create a financial incentive for these companies, these manufacturers, to reduce packaging and increase the use of recycled materials. Now, those are some more focused things that we can do in solutions that deal with infrastructure, in addition to, like I was saying, what we already do: sort, recycle bins, things along those natures that we do in our everyday lives. We continue to do those things, but keep a kind of educate ourselves a little bit more on the infrastructure aspect of recycling and waste. Geek factoid, one little geek factoid about this whole trivia question that I found was Germany is the most efficient at recycling waste, with 68% of their waste that they generate being recycled. That's pretty impressive, folks. That's a pretty high percentage. All right, folks, let's have a holiday trivia question for July 4th. Again, I hope you guys get some rest and relaxation. On this day in 1803, this acquisition of territory by the United States is announced to the country for $15 million, averaging $18 per square mile, nearly doubling the size of the United States by 530 million acres. Go for the obvious, folks. Happy Independence Day.